So back in the early 90s, I got into busking on Miami Beach. I figured that I'd pay my dues and learn a little and, see how much I could make. Usually all the restaurants and cafes would have loud music playing in order to attract customers. So I found myself at the end of the cafe strip in front of Versace's mansion, where it was a bit more quiet. And I'd have myself a seat and play to people passing by. I'd make about 50, 60 bucks in 3 hours actually. And I had a good thing going for a few weeks in a row. One evening, I had built myself up to a sweaty mess playing and singing blues. My throat was all scratchy. It was perfect. And I looked and sounded like I hadn't had a meal or been to bed in weeks. And it just so happens that my friend Domingo that hadn't seen me in a while, passed by with his girl. And that evening he took a look, and being a musician himself, he said, "Eloy, man, are you alright? Come on, let's get you home, man." It was a bit embarrassing for me, seeing as he really thought that I was on Skid Row of no choice of my own. One time I was playing at the same spot and two hookers began to stand closer and closer to me. And eventually they were right, up next to me as I was strumming away. And these ladies of the night would call out guys, driving up the strip, and when traffic would stop, they would go right up to the cars and flirt with the potentials. And at one point, two coppers came up to me and asked me if what I was doing, and they told me I needed a permit to play on the street here. And I said, "Well, wait a minute, don't these ladies need a permit too?" And they told me, "Get out of here, son." So I picked up my guitar and walked off as the ladies of the night stood there, still in their spot with no permit, waving me goodbye. So much for busking on South Beach.
Smile on my face, I'm crying all the time, but I'm not ashamed. No, ain't that you?